Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Director's Cut. Today's video, we're going to be looking at some sculling. It's a video of Nick Trojan taken in 2015, right here in Washington on Lake Sammamish. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And what I really like about this video, one, it's sculling, which I'm a big fan of. Two, it's really, really impressive blade work, specifically around the entry. So pay attention to that for, I think the entry, the catch is the hardest part of the stroke to execute, and it's the easiest part to get wrong. So we'll let this play a little bit and then go back and go into maybe a little more detail on it. But what I like, really, really like what Nick does is how direct the blades go into the water. As soon as they are fully squared, they're in. There's no wasted movement. You can see when he goes to square the blades up, the bottom edge of the blades just move right down into the water, and boom, it's instantaneous. You don't really get a good view of the blades squared above the water. And that's what we don't want. We don't want the blades hanging out for a long time square above the water, because that just slows the boat down. The boat's moving at its slowest point right there, right at the entry. And it's important that we don't waste any time, don't have any extra movements. We just put the blade straight in. So a really nice view of it. You see just how quick and how direct it is. And at the same time, if we watch his hands, it's always good to watch the hands, see what the hands are doing. And then also look, see how that's affecting the blades and how the blades are doing. But just look how smooth and under control his hands are at the front end. Even though the blades are going in quickly, nothing is rushed and nothing is hurried. And that's really, really important. Like, we want to always be doing every part of the stroke under control. We never want to feel rushed or hurried. Then we're not doing it right. We just don't have enough skill set to do the movement as quickly as we need to. So we need to slow it down and do it properly first before we try to do it to a point where we feel rushed. Rushed in any part of the stroke isn't good. So here's a good shot from the stern. And to see how quickly the blades go directly into the water. And we'll play that again. And we'll change the speed a little bit too, and give us a little more time. So a couple things to notice is how low he keeps the blades to the water surface. I think this is really important. Too many people carry the blades too high. And he's still able just to drop the blades directly in. Adjust the speed a little bit here. Let's go half. So here, square directly into the water. No wasted movement. That's super important. Square directly into the water. A little bit of backsplash. Perfect. The other thing you notice is how deep the blades go. Remember, we always just want to go to blade depth, right? We don't want to have water going up the shaft of the blade at all. That just slows us down, creates more drag, more resistance. And you've got to put more energy in to make the boat go just as fast as you would normally go. Just want the top of the blade covered, nothing more. And you can see that he does a really nice job doing that here. So, and then I mentioned earlier, if we watch his hands, what does this action look like? You know, putting the blades in the water here, what's that look like with his hands? And you can see that they're just under control the whole time. What he does is a movement where he just allows the wrist to come up. The hands almost stay horizontal, right? When we look at them from half slide here to full reach, it doesn't look like he raises his hands at all. You don't see this movement up like that. It's just more of allowing the wrist to do this. So he's here like this, or it's a little bent, and then allowing the wrist to come up. So he's in this position. Really nice movement with the wrist. Nice, super flat wrists on the drive. That's awesome. So wrist a little bent there, and then boom, wrists come up, blades go down into the water. It's a good sculling skill to have, right? Wrist is down here, wrist comes up, blade goes in the water. Not dropping those hands up at the entry, which a lot of scullers will do when they're first learning. Because of that, his blade just moves directly down into the water, not missing any at the front end. Really great to see. Some really nice sculling. Go back to regular speed. Let's see it again. So it takes a lot of practice to reach this level. You know, there's nothing, no shortcut here into making the boat move this well, and getting the blade work to look this sharp. It's just a lot of practice, and really being patient. And that's important. You know, a lot of times up at the entry, the boat feels unstable. We just want to get the blades in so we'll feel stable again. And also we want to get the work going, you know, on the drive. But we don't want to ever rush that movement at the front end. We really want to be patient with it, allowing the boat to run out and go the whole recovery, getting the maximum run to the boat in between each strokes. So you can also see that his body stays nice and under control as he goes forward to the catch, you know, gets this body angle set early in the recovery. There's no dipping or downward movement from the shoulders or head or hands as he approaches the catch. Everything is up, nice and tall. Hat stays horizontal. Nice when rowers have hats on, you can always look at the brim of their hat and see what it's doing with their head. But everything's nice and forward, right? Straight ahead. It's really some nice sculling. So the key, I think, to getting the good catch is just being patient. You know, try not to do too much at the catch as far as trying to move the boat. Not trying to do too much by coming in too quickly. Just allowing the boat running underneath you, staying up nice and tall through the torso, staying tall with the hands, keeping the hands up, not letting the hands drop down, and then being direct with the blades into the water. And Nick does all those things really, really well. It's nice. Because of that, the boat doesn't slow down much in between the strokes, right? It just keeps it running, keeps it tapping along. It's really impressive. It's a good shot from the stern where you can see the blade depths. That's really key. All right, so that's it for this week's Director's Cut. I hope everybody's enjoyed the videos that we're posting. And once again, if there's any videos that you guys would like to see, let us know. Email myself or email Ethan or Liza, and let us know if there are any videos out there that, hey, you'd like to see this video up on the Sammamish page, or you think there's anything that's good rowing that you'd like us to comment on, or good sculling. Let us know. We're here for you. All right, thank you.